Uh-oh, we gotta restart. Um, the Knicks and the Pacers. Game 3. Here we go. Um, we don't need this win. We don't need this win. We just need to go out there, fight, compete, give Indiana their our best shot, wear them down a little bit, and do what we do. That's all we need to do. Do what we do. I said it a minute ago. I think I was muted though, so I'm going to say it again. Dante DiVincenzo, when asked about the possibility of the Knicks punting today's game with OG Anunoby out and Jalen Brunson banged up. No, we ain't punting nothing. We're coming in here to win the game. Courtesy of SNY Knicks. Let's go Celtics. Why all the Celtics fans in my chat? These past 2 days we've gotten Celtics. Nah, bro, what happened last night? Donovan Mitchell cooked you guys. Evan Mobley cooked you guys. That was a whooping if I've ever seen one. 21-point loss in the playoffs? Is playoff Tatum a thing? Nah, it's Boston is not a playoff team. How you talk about the Heat? They're a playoff team. Boston's just not like that. We don't need a sweep to win. Yeah, that's right. But losing by 21, that's kind of that's a big loss in the playoffs. And quitting with 6 minutes to go, and they don't have that fight. They don't have that dog like the Knicks do. They don't have that grit, that determination, TW, the will to win. That's what the Knicks have. How much the Knicks winning by? Honestly, I think we lose tonight. That doesn't mean it's going to be a close game. And it doesn't mean we're not going to and it doesn't mean we're going to lose by 21 points. Celtics. All right, let me get a vibe check in the chat. How we feeling Knicks tonight? Score prediction, and how many points is Jalen Brunson going for? Let's get to that. All right. My X factors tonight. Deuce McBride starting off. Starting off with Deuce McBride. He needs to have a bounce back game. He hasn't performed very well this series. And really since game 1 of the Sixer series, he had 21 points that game. And I guess he had 13 in game 2, I think. But in this series, he had 3 points in game 1. And then in game 2, he had, give me a second here, Deuce had 4 points. So in total, this series, he has not played well. And he has a total of 4 points because he did not score in game 1. I thought he had 1 bucket. Granted, he hasn't played very much, but he's got to be better, and he's got to carry more of a load without OG Anunoby, who had 28 points in game 2, without Julius Randle, who we know how to play without, and win without Mitchell Robinson, who's a big help on the defensive end. That's another thing Deuce needs to do, and I know he does it every single game. He needs to absolutely lock down on defense. We don't have that dominant force in the paint waiting for somebody to get into the paint. So if he's guarding a TJ McConnell or a Tyrese Halliburton, but mainly TJ McConnell because he's been able to get in the paint like it's a turnstile, right? Go up to him, right past him. And that's what I expect from Bogdanovich, not DiVincenzo and Deuce McBride. But from Devo today, or Deuce today, we need him to keep people out of the paint and be a dominant perimeter defender like I know he can be. And he showed me he can be. And that's the thing with Deuce, bro. He's grinded. I think he was a 2nd-round pick out of West Virginia University, not the best basketball college in the world. Go Mountaineers. But Deuce, he's just a grinder. He started his career on a two-way contract, and still even to this year he was playing in the G League. But when we traded quickly, and I think it was before we traded him actually, we rewarded him with a 3-year, $18 million contract because Leon Rose probably felt like and felt the OG Anunoby trade coming and felt that that Deuce was going to perform in the absence of Quickly, and he's been big. Another bargain contract. Deuce probably deserves more. He probably deserves 25, $30 million. Shout out Neon Bandit and Chillin' Martini. We're back. Knicks game 3 tonight. How we feeling? Score prediction and how many points is Jalen Brunson dropping tonight in the chat. You get a vibe check. How are Knicks fans feeling tonight? But yeah, Deuce is the biggest X factor, I think. And then the second X factor, the referees. The referees are going to be huge tonight. And honestly, if they're calling a very tight game, I do not mind it one bit. And I honestly think it's going to help us a little bit because it'll slow the Pacers game down. It'll give us, our guys, more rest. Like, I think we have 3 people that play all 48 minutes tonight. That is Dante, that is Hart, and I guess it's 2 because I don't think Jalen will play all 48. I don't think he'll play all 48 because of his foot injury. Knicks win 115-109. I could see that. I don't think they win tonight. I think it's just time. It's gonna catch up to us. We're back to banged up right now. The Pacers are definitely gonna get the whistle, and it's gonna be a challenge to win without a doubt today. I mean, Ben, you got to be positive. I am, man. Usually, I think there's there's always a way to win. And I think there is a way to win tonight. I know these guys are going to go out and grind and fight for every last second of this game. They're not going to quit like the Celtics did with 6 minutes to go last night. They're going to fight. Tibbs isn't wired that way. This team isn't wired that way. And which it's a big part of our success. Like I just told you a couple minutes ago, Dante DiVincenzo, we ain't punting nothing. We're coming in here to win the game. They are going to try. I just think it's going to be too much to win this game without the defensive excellence of OG Anunoby. But there's definitely a way we do pull this off and we go up 3-0 with a chance to clinch on Sunday, on Mother's Day, on my birthday. And they do. Chris Haynes said that he does not think OG is going to play on Sunday. He's been around the Knicks. Just trying to figure out stuff. Chris Haynes says it is very unlikely OG plays in game 4, which that's going to be tough. Rick Carlisle was fined $35,000. That's I mean, it's probably going to help them. Not that he was fined 35 grand, but that he complained because now they're going to get the whistle and it's going to be because that's what the Sixers did. They filed the grievance, and then Embiid comes out, grabs Mitchell Robinson's ankle, puts him out for the season. We didn't know it at the time because he played 2 games later, but he's out for the year now, and that's our best rebounder. I don't know. Is Josh Hart threatening Mitchell Robinson for best rebounder on the team? Is it iHeart? I don't really know. I would gotta say offensive, because I guess Mitch does really excel on the offensive glass too. I think it's kind of a 1A, 1B thing between Josh and Mitchell Robinson, but iHeart is right below them. just not completely there yet. Josh Hart is a dog. He's a dog. That dude is a absolute dog. He's got that dog in him. Just goes out there and fights. He was a second round. Was he a second round pick or was he 27? Hold up. Pick was Josh Hart because I know Jalen was 32. Josh Hart was either 27 or 30. 30th, so he was a second round pick. 30th to the Lakers. He played on that team with Julius Randle. I'm not gonna bark. I know you guys are trying to get me to bark. I might be barking while I'm watching the game tonight, but nah, not right now. Not on the stream. So yeah, Josh Hart's is a dog. He's gonna do whatever he can to try to will this team to win, and so will Jay, which is another one of my X factors. Is he how healthy is he right now? Is he gonna go out there and be able to drop 40 points? And if he does, how many over 40 is he going? Can he get to 45, 46, break his own record, get to 47, 48? Can we possibly get a 50 burger out of JB? I mean, that would be huge. That would be clutch. But I mean, JB, he's going to do whatever he can. He does not want to throw away game. And that's kind of where I am on resting OG. I know Chris Haynes said it's very unlikely he plays. But if we win today, I don't want to throw away a win and rest JB and OG in game 4. Because the Celtics just bought, I guess it was the Cavs really. They just bought us a couple more days by beating the Celtics. So now we can get the whole team rest on. What are your thoughts on the Knicks owner? I'll get to that in a second. So that would mean we could get the whole team a couple more days of rest if we just wrap this up real fast and then get back to New York, get practice, and get ready for the Eastern Conference Finals. All right, my thoughts on the Knicks owner. This year, I think he's been very good. I mean, previous years throwing out Charles Oakley, he has not been a good owner. But once he got the right management in Leon Rose and the right coach in Tom Thibodeau, and he just backed out, let his management, his front office do his thing, and he's been very solid this year. He's just gotten out of everyone's way. But in the past, no, he hasn't been great. And he isn't raising the rates for season ticket holders like my dad renewing their season tickets. Should Steve Cohen buy the Knicks? LGM? Maybe. Maybe not though, because I don't want Steve Cohen wasting his money on the Knicks when he could be focusing more on the Mets, because the Knicks are good right now. James Dolan has a ton of money. And he pays guys, essentially. Pacers win by 20, says Coach Zach. Neon Bandit won. I think Pacers win, not by 20 though. Maybe 6 or 7. At the most. I just think it's going to be too hard for the Knicks offense to keep up with all the running and gunning of the Pacers, of Obi Toppin, of Tyrese Halliburton. Like, as soon as they get the ball, they're looking to push, which I love how Josh Hart does it, but he's got to slow the ball down in this case. He cannot. I know he's eating Mike and Ike's right now, but he's got to slow the ball down a little bit. And even off a made shot for the Pacers, they get it quick inbound. Tyrese Halliburton sprinting up the court. They just speed it up too much, which is why I think the refs could potentially help us. Pacers win by 30, Ben. Tyrese is going to score 40. Turner scores 25. McConnell locks down Brunson from Coach Zach. McConnell, first, we're going to put this back on screen. First off, McConnell is not locking down Brunson. I have no idea what you watched, but the hefty lefty JB is not getting locked down by somebody named TJ right now. These guys were drawing. They were going at it. And then Jalen Brunson gets absolutely mauled by him. He is not taking that kind of disrespect. He will go at TJ McConnell on purpose. He will go out of his way to make sure he gets extra buckets on TJ McConnell. And then when it mattered most, JB had his little floater over Pascal Siakam. Yes, and the foul to seal the deal. Tyrese is going to score 40. No, he is not. And, well, maybe yes, but he's not going to score meaningful baskets in clutch time in the fourth quarter. He had 34 last game. I think he had 4 or 5 points in the fourth quarter. He has done nothing in the meaningful parts of this game. And Miles Turner scoring 45. No. Isaiah Hartenstein has just locked him up all season, all series, and I don't think that happens anytime soon. I think he'll be better than he was in game 2, but 25 is kind of a lot for him. Pacers win by 30. Absolutely no chance. Shout out everybody in the chat right now. Getting set for Knicks Pacers game 3. Let me see. How many points is Jalen Brunson scoring tonight? Is he going to beat his own record of most points in a playoff game? Top 5 Knicks of all time. Ooh, here we go. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 5. Give me a second to think about this one. See, we could go Bernard King. We could go Willis Reed. I mean, but you got Hewitt. My 1, 2, and 3. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 1, Walt Clyde Frazier. Just absolute dog. He could pass the ball. Great facilitator. He's always swishing and dishing, styling and profiling. I mean, just a great personality. And now what he does for the Knicks, he's my greatest Knick of all time right now. Number 2, the big man, Patrick Ewing. I mean, dude was the best, one of the best players in Knicks history. Carried us all throughout that 90s run. And he's close to being overtaken by Brunson right now, who is my 3rd best player in Knicks history. I think and it's just 2 seasons. We have at least 2 more 2 more years of him, and I think we extend him after next year. But Brunson's definitely 3rd. Came in here, changed the culture, and has just been great for us. Nobody thought he was going to be that good. Even Jay Wright said it today. He said, I didn't think he'd be that good on a podcast. He also said that Josh Hart has the worst diet out of anybody he's ever coached. All right, number 4. This is hard. I'm thinking Bernard King, Dick Barnett, and Willis Reed. In no particular order. That's 4, 5, 6. So yeah, it's my top 5 Knicks of all time. Budenholzer signed a 5-year deal with the Suns. Official. I did see that. Worth over $50 million. That's a lot. What was Spoelstra's deal? Spoelstra got the most in history. Budenholzer 5-year deal with the Suns. Yeah, he's good. I was surprised he didn't get the Nets job first. And then or the Hornets job. I thought he could have gone there and been a good coach. But yeah, for the Suns, he's got championship pedigree, beating the Suns in the 2021 NBA Finals with Giannis. Kevin Durant foot on the line here. But yeah, that was a great team for the Bucks, and I think they can replicate something similar with Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. I don't know if D Book or KD are gonna be there. Devin Booker's coming to the Knicks. I don't know about that. Our backcourt defense would be so bad because Jalen, I know he gives everything on defense. He just doesn't have the body to do it. And Devin Booker's a crybaby. So yeah, Budenholzer will be a good fit over there. Better than Frank Vogel. I think Vogel has just been on a bad run these last couple years. Getting fired out of LA with LeBron and AD and Russ. I think it was the Russ year. Getting fired from the Suns now. I think he's still a solid coach, but like he's not gonna bring a team to the championship. So yeah, he'll be good for the Suns. They're trying to find their coach. Like the Knicks found Tom Thibodeau, absolute great coach, just fantastic. Everything he's done for us has been good. He was the start of the culture change, bringing him, Leon Rose, and Julius Randle to the Knicks. That's what started this whole culture change. All right, gonna wrap this up in the next couple minutes. Starting lineup for tonight. Let's see. Your starting point guard, number 11, Jalen Brunson. At the 2, number 0, the Big Ragu, Dante DiVincenzo. At the 3, Josh. He's the heart of the city, Hart. And then at the 4, you got Precious. I wanted him to start over Deuce. And at the 5, it's Hartenstein. No Melo in the top 5 Knicks. See, he didn't do enough for me as a Knick. Like, he only won one playoff series, and that was a stacked team. They couldn't win. They couldn't win enough. So he would be if he did more, and he actually won important stuff. Tom Thibodeau on if he would start Josh Hart on Siakam. We could. And Linsanity? Are you crazy? That was like a 2-month run. That was nothing. They didn't even go to the playoffs that year. He is not a top 5 Knick in history. Come on, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, he's not a top 5 Knick, and it's not even close. I don't know if he's a top 50 Knick in history. He's crazy though. Yeah, he was good. He had his 2-year run. He won. Why is this series the thing talking? Noah's talking. He's crazy. What was I saying? He's crazy though. Yeah, he had a good run. But it wasn't real. He won a championship with the Raptors in 2019 with OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam. They were both on that team. All right, wrapping this up. My X factors for tonight. Deuce McBride needs a bounce back game. The Knicks will benefit from the refs calling a tight game tonight, and Jalen Brunson needs to go absolutely insane. It's Brunsanity inside the Gamebridge Fieldhouse tonight. I'm Ben Bally, and I'll talk to you after the game.